Hi, I'm Jim Bucher along with Michelle Kingsfield, and welcome to another episode of Meet Your Hometown Attorneys.
We have all kinds of things coming up, including learning more about the attorneys that make up Dyer, Garofalo, Mann and Schultz, and we're going to hear from some satisfied clients.
That's right, and Bucher's Tiger Beat is on the road, back on the road to Piqua and Bellefontaine.
Oh, that sounds like fun. And also, we're going to let you know how you can connect with the Tiger on social media. All this and more coming up on Meet Your Hometown Attorneys.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Meet Your Hometown Attorneys. I'm Jim Bucher, and speaking of hometown attorneys, here they are, right here, there they are.
Good to be here.
Mann and Mike Dyer. Guys, thanks a lot, and thanks for letting me be a part of this. It's been a wonderful experience for me.
Actually, we've really enjoyed having you and Michelle here. It's been a lot of fun, and people around the community, everybody's coming up to us saying, we've learned so much, it's entertaining, it's fun and entertaining, which is great. And they've learned about the legal process, about our firm, and the family we've created, and we're very proud of the show.
And you guys got to be proud of your firm. I mean, my gosh, what you've done in 25 years.
It is incredible. I know that Doug and I sat down and outlined how we wanted our firm to be when we first started 25 years ago, and by God, we've checked off everything, and it's been great.
Yeah, well, I can only speak for myself. I'm glad to be here. I can't speak for Michelle. My kid, Michelle's off camera over there. She loves being a part of this.
Yeah, she does.
Hey, so let's talk about, speaking of 25 years, take us back 25 years. You know how much technology has changed in 6 months, let alone 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
What were you doing 25 years ago?
Doug was riding to work in his horse and buggy.
You know, I was just going to say, he used the ink pen and a quill when he started. That's how it was, and he worked with Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, that's
Am I going to have to
Goes way back.
separate you two, or
Maybe
what's
so,
going on
yeah.
there? But carbon paper, typewriters,
honestly,
I'm
that's
sure.
true.
Yeah.
And legal briefs. Oh my goch, that had to have been crazy.
Everything was typed with a Selectric typewriter.
You actually had to read books back then.
Yeah, actually, we actually had open books. Now
it's all
the kids
computerized.
in law school is all computerized.
So now 25 years later, I'm sure all the cases are on files and computer, online, what have you. So it makes it easier, but it's still a lot of work, and you got a dedicated staff, obviously.
We do.
Yeah, and we have probably one of the more technologically advanced law firms there is. We are basically paperless. We have a proprietary software system that handles our cases and keeps everybody up to date. I can look at any file online and tell exactly what's happened, who's touched the file, and so we are really advanced that way. I'm still a little computer illiterate, but Doug seems to know what he's doing.
We try. No, I mean, it goes back to, I worked for a firm that didn't even have an answering machine, or they're like, these fax machines will not last. We're like, so we've seen a lot of changes, but we've kept up with it. And our firm was number 4 in that computer program I was talking about, 4 in the nation of being part of it, and now there's thousands of other firms doing it, but we've been on top of things since the start.
But it constantly changes. I mean, can you imagine what's going to happen in 5 years?
I can't imagine.
No.
Wow.
I'll tell you the truth. I mean,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
4 shows.
Yeah.
Video conferencing, too. I
Yes.
mean, you do a lot of
we do all that. So.
And we were one of the first firms in this area that used video conferencing. That was back in the days when it cost $100,000 per unit. Now they're down to $5,000.
Yeah, wow.
But
Do it
we
on your
had
cell
it to
phone.
all of our outlying offices so we could stay in touch with them.
So it really expedites the procedure, but the results are the same. Well, you win and do the best you can for
No
your
doubt
clients.
about
Yeah. And also, you guys are winning too, I think. Not to steal Charlie Sheen's line, winning, but it's nice to see you downtown, and you've stayed downtown. You're at the Talbot Tower, and so many firms and businesses have left. There's a lot of vacancies, and you guys are pro-Dayton, always have been. It's nice to have you downtown.
Yeah, our main office is right downtown, and that's where we plan on being well into the future. We've been there for 25 years, and we like it down there. And we see Dayton coming back, and then our outlying offices are all the local communities, so people don't want to come to Dayton, we come to them, and it's all worked out great for us.
Yeah, we send people to people's houses or hospital rooms if they need us, but we feel very strongly about staying in Dayton to show our support of Dayton. And also, you know, when we decided to, when our lease came up, we had a lot of the outlying communities offer us incentives to move our office, but we decided to stay.
So it's winning. That's good you're here.
Winning.
That's good you're here.
Winning, winning.
And no plans. And like you said, too, the satellite office, it's nice. No matter where you are, the Tiger's right there for you.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Exactly.
All right, well, guys, thanks a lot. And another 25 years?
We'll see ya.
Do you think he'll be able to use a computer in 25 years?
Don't count on
I
it.
kid this man. I love this man.
Yeah,
to
I
death.
do. I
Thanks,
do.
gentlemen. Keep
All
up
right.
the good fight. We got much more to come on Meet Your Hometown Attorneys, and we're going to hear from one of another one of the successful stories of one of your clients that you know.
Great.
Stay tuned.
I was injured in an accident, and so I called the Tiger. I just wanted to get better. I wanted to be able to stand, I wanted to be able to walk, I wanted to be able to work. Just wanted my life back. If I didn't have the Tiger, I would be sitting at home fighting hospitals and doctors' offices over bills. I didn't have to worry about anything but just going to the doctor and getting better.
We get results for our clients because we care about our clients. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, call in the Tiger. Call 1-800-INJURED today.
Hello, we are back now to Meet Your Hometown Attorneys, and our guest right now, a satisfied client. Welcome, Carrie Arnold.
Hi.
Pleasure to have you here today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We were talking to you a little bit about your situation, a very interesting story, just kind of a bizarre accident that made you disabled. Can you talk to us about that?
I was kickboxing. They think I probably kicked the heavy bag wrong, and I hurt my foot. It wasn't a big hurt. It was just a little twinge in my foot. It was sore for a day or two, and then suddenly I experienced this horrible pain in my foot that it wasn't like anything I've ever felt before. It was a combination of stabbing, burning, throbbing. It was just crippling right off. I couldn't put weight on it. I couldn't think past the pain, and it got steadily worse. My foot swelled up to 3 times its normal size.
Wow.
I was wearing a size 12 shoe on that foot.
Wow.
I couldn't wear a normal shoe. And didn't know what it was. Took a long time to get a diagnosis, 8 months. And once I did, I found out it was a nerve disorder called RSD.
And so at that point, did you realize that you needed to be on Social Security disability or at least apply for it, and you did that on your own?
Yes, I did.
What then made you turn and end up with Tiger Garofalo, Mann & Schultz?
Well, I got denied twice. And honestly, I could not believe it. I thought with all the medical files, the records and everything, and a diagnosis like this, that wouldn't happen. And the second denial, I thought, I can't do this on my own. And I had looked into other firms and didn't really like what I read, so I decided to call them. And I kind of hesitated because you just don't think Social Security for them. They're the big guns. They're the Tiger. You think,
That's right.
you think they go after crooked people. They go after insurance companies, that sort of thing. And my mom actually said, I think you should call them. I've heard they do really good work.
And that's
Good advice from her mom.
Yes, absolutely.
No,
but that's
it's
what we're
real-
talking about with that misperception of what exactly you are able to do. And it's just you're there to fight for her.
No doubt about it. And a young
Yeah.
lady like Carrie, it's real typical that she'll get denied for 1 or 2 stages, even though there's nothing she could do. She could not perform substantial gainful work activity. And too bad it just didn't go like it should. Well, this happens all the time. She came into our office, Jeff Chenault, Danielle. I assume you liked them.
Oh, Jeff was great. Danielle, I hope you guys pay her a fortune because she is awesome.
If you're out there, we'll talk again. But yeah, they're great. And so they took you to a hearing in front of an administrative law judge, I
Right.
understand. And they presented all the evidence. And then it took about 2 months, did I understand, to get the decision?
Actually, I got a call after about 2 weeks, and the judge had a question for me, and Jeff told me he wanted me to change my onset date, and he said, if you do this, I'm assuming you'll be approved. So I went ahead and did that, and a few weeks later, I hadn't heard anything. It was about a total of 2 months, and I called down to Danielle, and she said, well, let me check the system. And she checked for me, and it was pending. She goes, I'm going to check this every day for you. She said, as soon as we know something, I'm going to call you and say, yay, Carrie, yay. And she did.
And we won. So, I mean, it's a
We
good
won.
story, and I'm glad we were able to help. And
Absolutely.
and what a nice young lady this is.
Yes, and the other thing is we always talk about the Tiger Garofalo, Mann & Schultz family, but then we also talk about the family that's outside of that, and that is the clients. And to have someone call you up and be that excited with you, helping you to see what they were able to do for you.
Oh, it's great.
It is great.
And it changed your life, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I had had almost 2 years of just worrying about my future. I was terrified about my future because I'll never be able to work again. And I didn't know what I was going to do if I didn't get this favorable decision. And you guys were fantastic.
Well, thank you very much.
It went smoothly, and just I
And you
didn't
know,
even
if you
have
ever
to go
have
down
any
to the
problems in the
office.
future, you'd call
Yeah.
Jeff, Doug,
A-
Danielle, and we're here
absolutely.
for you, and we're not going anywhere. So,
I've recommended you guys
well, we
since
appreciate
then.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you
We
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Well, coming up next, Jim talks to hometown attorney Matt Bruder.
Recently, an injured client brought this pile of letters to my office. This actual pile of letters. Books, brochures, DVDs, these were all sent to one client. We looked through this stack and discovered not only are nearly all of these from out-of-town attorneys, there are at least 3 firms that have the same bogus local address. We're always surprised at the lengths out-of-town law firms will go to trying to make you think they're from our hometown. We know you know the difference. We're your hometown law firm. And if you're injured, call us today. 1-800-INJURED. Let us fight for you.
Hey, welcome back to Meet Your Hometown Attorneys. I'm with attorney Matt Bruder. And Matt, welcome, and thanks for chatting with us today.
Nice to see you again, Jim.
Now, let's talk about what you do with Dyer Garofalo, Mann & Schultz, and it's all about negotiation, negotiation, negotiation. But you know, life is a negotiation, correct? I mean, you negotiate with your kids, your wife, your parents, people, but you do it a little bigger, higher stakes, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, a lot of times when people come to us, that's the stage that they're in. They're in the negotiation stage. They've been contacted by an insurance carrier after an accident. Maybe they've even met an adjuster to talk about the damage to their car and things like that. And so by the time they get to us, they're confused.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, unfortunately, because an insurance carrier, as we were kind of talking a little bit off camera, the insurance carrier's job is to try to get you to sign a release as quickly as possible for as little as possible.
Right.
And I tell clients all the time, it's a business for them. And they shouldn't sign it.
Yeah.
And the less communication a lot of times that they have with the insurance company can put us in a better position to help put them in a better position down the road.
Right, but the insurance company count on that, don't they? They count on you, quick, get them to sign something, and then it's basically then there's a problem.
Absolutely. And in insurance companies, the adjusters aren't stupid. When they contact you, they want to get you on their side, right? They want to make you feel comfortable and say, we'll help you with the car. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks have gone by and your vehicle still hasn't been looked at, or it's still in the tow yard. Or they'll say, we'll take care of your medical bills, not realizing that by the time it comes time to pay those, they're going to reduce the value that they're going to pay those medical providers.
Right. Boy, that's good to know that you're handling all that. I mean, I can't imagine, I've said this before, somebody going alone against the insurance companies. That's got to be, I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me. Don't do it.
You're right, you're right. And the unfortunate part, like we had talked about, is that most people, by the time they're contacted by the insurance carrier, they've been without a vehicle, they're probably missing time from work. Most people are concerned about their credit.
Yeah.
You know, they've worked hard to accumulate something in their life and put themselves in good standing, and now one event could take all of that away. And so they feel a lot of pressure to resolve a case quickly without making sure everything's taken care of.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about you personally. Now, I've got some inside info from the guys. You've been with the firm 16 years.
16 years.
Congratulations on
right.
that. That's
Thank you.
super. And they found you at a bowling alley.
That is that is true. That is true. I was doing some law clerk work.
At the bowling alley?
Not at the bowling alley,
I'm
but my wife was working for the Court of Appeals at the time, so I was doing some law clerking work. Met one of the paralegals at the bowling alley. They mentioned that they may be looking for attorneys. I was waiting for my bar results to come in. I met with Mike Dyer and Doug Mann. Was fortunate enough to be hired as a law clerk. That's how I started. Worked my way into negotiation once I passed the bar. Third in the state, by the way, but
Whoa.
not bragging. We were fortunate enough then I moved in and I did litigation for 10 years, trying cases. And now I'm back in the negotiation office, working in a lot of our satellite offices.
So how is your bowling game? How is it?
It's gone downhill considerably now that I have 3 kids.
Oh, well.
Less time for bowling.
That's another show entirely.
That's
so
it.
obviously you like what you do.
I love it.
What's the best part?
I love it. The best part of my job, as mentioned, I go to a lot of the satellite offices. And I grew up in a small rural town in Michigan. I grew up on a beef farm. So to go to places like Greenville, St. Mary's, Bellefontaine, Springfield, Lima, I feel like I'm home when I'm at those places. And when you get to meet people that grow up in those rural communities, Those are the people that I grew up around. Those are my relatives. You know, we represent a lot of truck drivers. My father's whole side of the family are all truck drivers. So I understand what they're going through when they're being paid on a mileage rate and all of a sudden they can't work for 2 weeks, and that's their sole source of income. Wow. So I really enjoy going to the satellite offices and working with those people, probably more than any other part of my job.
Yeah, and then quickly, Mike and Doug talk about the great team there. What do you think and what do you like about working for those guys?
The greatest part about our firm is, again, and I know they've probably talked about this, is the family atmosphere. It truly is a family.
Yeah, okay, listen, good seeing you.
Nice to see you again,
and
Jim.
Keep
Thank
up
you.
And work on that bowling game, will you?
I will.
All right, coming up, the Tiger on social media, but next, it's Bucher's Tiger Beat on the road. You have to stay here. All right, so stay with us here on Meet Your Hometown Attorneys.
I was injured and I called the Tiger. They were there from the very beginning, all the way through. They kept my insurance company from dropping me due to the high expenses, hospital bills. I think if I tried to handle this all on my own, I'd be in bankruptcy court. Oh, I thank them with all my heart because they did so much for me and it felt like I was part of their family.
We get results for our clients because we care about our clients. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, call in the Tiger. Call 1-800-INJURED today.
Hey, Jim Bucher here in Piqua in Miami County, standing in front of the historic Fort Piqua Plaza. Folks, it's gorgeous. But we're back on the road visiting all the satellite offices of Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz. You know, they're all over the Miami Valley. So let's hop in the Tiger van and head over to the satellite office here in Piqua because it's Bucher's Tiger Beat on the road. Here we are in Piqua in beautiful Miami County. Let's go in and meet your local hometown Tiger team. Well, look there. Welcome to Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz. Very inviting. Hey, Jim Bucher.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Stribe. Welcome to Piqua and Dyer, Garofalo.
Thanks, Stephanie. What do they call you?
Steph.
But you are the queen in charge here, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So the other guy, they don't do anything, you do it all.
No.
But tell the folks what you do here at the satellite office in Piqua.
I speak to all the potential clients. I take their calls. We come in and talk and get all their information. We handle their cases. I have them meet with the attorneys. And if they have any questions, they call me 5 days a week.
And you are a 10-plus employee here at Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz. A round of, well, there's no one in here right now, but I'll give you the round of applause. So you're the first person someone sees if they come in. Could be stressful, what have you. You put their mind at ease.
We sit down and talk about their case. We find out what kind of injuries they have, what kind of case they have, and then I have them meet with the attorney, which is David Marquis.
Okay, and then tell the folks where you're located here.
We're in Piqua, Ohio on Covington Avenue at 1559 Covington Avenue on the west end of town. We've been here for multiple years. We've actually had an office in Piqua for, I think, 15 years.
Wow, check that out. So you're the Tiger team, the local Tiger team here in Piqua.
Yes, we are.
Okay, now speaking to David, can we go talk to him? Is he busy?
Let's go see if David's in his office,
You know what, let's go
or on the
surprise him.
phone.
Let's go surprise
Okay.
him. Let me go. You hang here in case somebody comes in. Thanks, Steph.
Come on in.
You must be David.
Yes.
Jim Bucher.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Thanks for letting us come up today.
It's my pleasure.
So tell the folks what you do here at the satellite office in Piqua.
What we do here at the satellite office in Piqua is we meet with clients immediately after they've been injured. We do an intake on them, advise them of what their rights are, what their obligations are, and explain the whole process of personal injury to them. Get them signed up and get them moving on down the road.
So you see everything from A to Z.
Everything, literally, as I said, food poisoning, airplane crashes, automobile accidents, workers' comp, Social Security, we do everything. A majority of it is motor vehicle accidents, but we do everything.
Okay, and you're located where again?
We are located at 1559 Covington in Piqua.
And it's got to be nice for folks that live here in Piqua and Miami County to know you're right here.
Absolutely. As I have indicated before, what we like to do is reach out to people and help them. They've been injured, their car's been damaged, they're not getting around too well, so we set up these satellite offices to reach out to them, come closer to them so it's less of a burden on them.
And 20 years, plus years
20
David's
years,
been
yes.
here. I was 10 when you started. That's unbelievable. That's truly unbelievable. I wouldn't be a good lawyer. Well, listen, thanks very much. Thanks for letting us come up
Nice to
here.
meet you.
I forgot the big question. If your folks are watching and they have a question or they have an issue, they need to just call you, right?
They need to call us. Our number up here is 778-9966.
Look at that. And they called right now. That's unbelievable. It's busy up here, but not too busy to see you at home.
Yes,
Right? Okay.
absolutely.
Thanks again. After we visited the Piqua office, we jumped into the Tiger van and headed north to Logan County, well, after a little struggle with a map. So here we are in Bell Fountain, the satellite office of Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz. Son of a gun, you. Hey, let's go see what's going on. Actually, probably be better if we go inside, right? Good suggestion. Jim Booker, how are you?
Hi, Debbie Lyle.
Debbie, nice meeting you. Now tell the folks what you do here at the satellite office in Bell Fountain, not Bellefontaine. I have people that say no, it's Bell Fountain. People.
That's right.
But looks like Bellefontaine. But at any rate, you are here, and tell folks what you do.
I'm a paralegal, and I'm usually the first one that you see as soon as you come in the office. We sit down and get the information, and like the insurance information and so forth, and how the accident happened. And then they meet with the client or the attorney, and then usually if they sign with the attorney, we take care of them from day one till the end. Yeah. They have a lot of stress and injuries, and we try to make sure that they don't have to worry about that part. Yeah. We make sure that their medical bills are paid and that they get the treatment that they need, and we tell them do not have anything to do with the insurance company, that we would take care of it.
That's the biggest thing, isn't it? People think they
Correct.
can handle it on their own, and why do that when you have the Tiger behind you? I mean,
Right.
It makes total sense.
Right. And they get the runaround from the insurance companies, and things are delayed. And when they come to us, it seems like it just does, things get done quicker.
Yeah. And you talked a little bit about it, but you're the first person they see, and a lot of times it's a stressful situation. They don't know where to turn, what to do, and you really put their minds at ease.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of them, and I just, listen when they need an ear to listen. Sometimes they just call just to say, well, I've had a bad day today, physical therapy didn't go well. And, we just listen to them and try to make them, take their mind off of it.
You're like a counselor. You're also a counselor.
Sort of, yeah.
And rewarding for you. Look like you enjoy your work. You've been here almost 15 years.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So obviously you like what you do.
Yes,
and,
I love it here.
And,
it's a great place.
So it's really rewarding for you.
It is.
Good for you. All right, now tell the folks where you're located.
We're at 1709 South Main Street in Bell Fountain, and that's actually 68 North.
Mm-hmm. Just look for Doug Mann in the window.
Yes, he's in the window
and
all the time.
And he's always smiling. He's pointing. He's always pointing and smiling.
Yes,
Never changes.
He's pointing and smiling.
He's like that in real life. And
he is. He's a great guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thanks for joining us on Booker's Tiger Beat on the Road. We appreciate it, for letting us come up and visit you here in Bell Fountain, not Bellefontaine.
That's right.
All
I
right.
enjoyed meeting you.
Thanks, Debbie, very much. I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, thanks.
So remember, Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz has satellite offices all over the Miami Valley. No matter where you are, the Tiger is there for you. Hey, thanks for joining us on this edition of Booker's Tiger Beat on the road from Bell Fountain, Tree City, USA. Always fun. Hey, for more Booker's Tiger Beat on the road, just go to our Facebook page or, of course, ohiotiger.com. Now, coming up next, Michelle Kingsfield talks to Jenna Rigg about how you can connect with the Tiger online. Stay with us.
I was injured in an accident, so I called the Tiger. Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz took care of my medical expenses and the insurance so that I can focus on just getting better. I understand why they are called the Tiger, because the way they fight for you is totally amazing. They fought the insurance company, and I didn't have to.
We get results for our clients because we care about our clients. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, call in the Tiger. Call 1-800-INJURED today.
And we're back, and joining me now is Jenna Rigg. She is another member of the Dyer, Garofalo, Mann & Schultz family, as we call it. So Jenna, you are all social media, anything, Twitter, Facebook. So how can people link on there, and what can they talk about, and what can they learn?
Well, our online community is where we try to reach out and connect with old clients or people who might have questions about the firm. And it's really been growing this year. And one new thing that we started, we did an online giveaway. And we had Kings Island passes, so we had everyone enter, and it was over a week's time. And then the winner got 4 passes to Kings Island and a $500 gift card.
Not bad.
So it's just really been growing. We're looking to do more giveaways this year, and it's been really great.
And social media is where it's at. I mean, in this day and age, you see everyone on social media, from your phone, at home, the kids, everything, Facebook, Twitter. Do you tweet a lot?
I do. It's just really convenient. You know, we have office hours when they can call in and talk to us, but social media is 24/7, so they can connect to us whenever and see what's going on with the firm and check our updates and pictures and anything that's going on.
Fun. And speaking of things going on, you guys do all kinds of giveaways, and there's a really neat event called the Blessing of the Bikes. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, every summer we do our summer events, so we go to different fairs and festivals around the area. And we have 13 different offices, so we hit everything from Salina to Wilmington, over in Richmond, Indiana, and one that we really enjoy is the Blessing of the Bikes in Dayton. And I think this year we had 8,000 people, 8 or 9,000. It's a really big event. We actually created a new product just for it, so we have these kick plates with our logo on them, and we give those away at the event.
And everybody likes to have a little bit of the tiger on their side, right?
Right.
Especially when you're in a motorcycle, right? Running around. They always say, watch out for the motorcycles.
Right.
So what else do you all do? There are all kinds of school competitions. What is that about?
Well, every year we have our annual Tiger Safety Calendar contest, and that's in the fall when school starts. We invite all of the area schools to enter. And all of the art teachers submit the artwork from their students, and we go through those and pick which ones correspond to the months that we're looking for. And we do different safety tips, so it can be anything that they can come up with or they can create their artwork that we have. And then we'll pick 12 winners and also have some honorable mentions, and then we go to the schools and deliver prize money.
That's so fun. We've been talking about how this show is not only fun, but it's informative, and this is one of the really fun things that you get to do.
Absolutely.
You guys are always out in the community. We talked on an earlier show about Flock, For Love of Children.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a fantastic organization, and this is where it goes back to giving back to the community and being part of the Dyer Garofalo Mann and Schultz family, so to speak. The people that you work with, but also we were saying that past clients come back, they feel like they're part of the family, and I think that connection with the social media helps that. Tell me what else you do as far as being out in the community. I know you do a lot of festivals.
We do, and going back to what you said with For Love of Children, we actually have barrel drop-offs at our office locations so people can donate for Christmas for kids. And we're very involved with the Back to School program and providing school supplies for children, so anyone can come donate at our offices, but that's something that's very important to us.
And they can always stay connected 24/7 on Facebook and ohiotiger.com.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Jenna. Pleasure. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I was injured in an accident, so I called the Tiger. Dyer Garofalo Mann and Schultz handled anything to do with the insurance and the financials, and it really allowed me just to have a peace of mind and confidence that was getting taken care of. The entire process from start to finish was just a great experience, and it really eased my mind about my whole recovery. And I don't think that I would have been able to make that recovery if it had not been from the help I received from Dyer Garofalo Mann and Schultz.
We get results for our clients because we care about our clients. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, call in the Tiger. Call 1-800-INJURED today.
Hey, thanks for joining us on another episode of Meet Your Hometown Attorneys, where it's been informative and fun, where we learned all about the law firm of Dyer Garofalo Mann and Schultz.
Yes, both of those things. But if you haven't gotten everything you want, you can always jump on ohiotiger.com. And don't forget, connect with the Tiger on Facebook. So glad you joined us. Goodbye.